Why are there maps in our Bibles? Welcome to Bible on the Go with Dr. Dan. There's maps in most Bibles, and especially study Bibles. And the maps bring up questions. Are they scriptural? Are they canonical? While not technically scriptural, maps in our Bibles show to us the time and the place where every biblical event happened. Now, admittedly, the book of Revelation hasn't happened yet, but it tells us the place where those events will happen. So, whether you're talking about Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Matthew to Revelation, any book in the Bible, every single event is represented on those maps. And so, let's talk about the time and the place of these maps. In this Bible, the first map I have is the world of the patriarchs. This shows Abraham in Ur of the Chaldees when God speaks to him in Genesis 12 and covers all the events of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's descendants until Joseph lands in Egypt. And then when you get to Exodus, here's a map of the Exodus and conquest. It shows Egypt, it shows the Sinai, and then it shows the route into Palestine, the Promised Land. And then once they get into the Promised Land in the book of Judges, Joshua and Judges, this map shows the tribal divisions of where the 12 tribes of Israel settled. And we see something as we're reflecting on the maps. The Bible is telling us the truth. Because it's not just pulling something out of the air, it's relaying history to us. And not just any history, but God's history with His people as He develops a relationship. And then in this Bible, we have another map that combines all the cities in the Old and New Testament together. That's right. Every city that's mentioned can be located somewhere on a map. And, of course, these pieces of real estate can be found on a globe because all the events in the Bible happened here on earth. And then this next map shows David conquering Israel in what's called the United Monarchy. And then the next map shows the divided kingdom upon the death of Solomon between Israel in the north and Judah in the south. And this map shows the conquering Assyrian army that takes over because of the sin of the northern kingdom. And then, because of the sin of the southern kingdom, we see the next map showing us the conquering Babylonian army. And so, when I see this picture, it backs up what the text itself is telling us. And the maps in my Bible don't just show me the place, but they also show me the time period. Here's the next map shows about the great Persian Empire. And under the Edict of Cyrus, the exiles, after 70 years, as prophesied by Jeremiah, could return. And let me show you that map. Here's the return from exile. Right here. The exiles return. And then we see the Roman Empire right before the New Testament begins. And then when we get to the New Testament, we have a close-up picture of New Testament Palestine. You see, the events described from Genesis to Revelation overlap on the same real estate. And the maps in our Bible help us to not only know the place, but to also know the time. Thanks for watching Bible on the Go with Dr. Dan. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell to be reminded of new content. Praise God.